All right, now I think we're ready for the man
I think
who
so.
he's
First appearance on the Henke Show 2.0.
the second season.
Yes, absolutely.
He's
All
trying to
right.
deny being a hanky head, but I think he is one deep down, and he just couldn't stay away any longer. I
He
think
doesn't
he's
readily admit to it, but
no.
he's a card carrying Henke head.
I think he was out on the road learning some new stuff because he felt you and I need some help. We need we
He
need
would be
we
right.
need we need professional help.
He
And
would be right. Oh, we're outdoors today.
We're
oh,
outdoors today.
We're in the ravine. All right.
Yes.
Remember, tree number 1 is for number 2, and tree number 2 is for number. No, go ahead.
oh
I
God.
just love your show so much. Even on vacation, I zoom into
Oh,
your show.
fantastic!
Uh-huh.
I love it. That's a hanky head. That's a hanky head.
Nice hat,
You
Ben.
guys, thank you. Yeah, a little form fitness hat there.
There you go.
So I'm so glad you guys are back doing it again.
Yep. Well,
We're having a good time in the morning.
we're like gum on the bottom of your shoe. They tried to get rid of us, Ben.
They scraped
able
and
to do
scraped. So, Dr. Ben, if I may ask, where the heck are you?
Well, we always take a trip once a year with the family to Silver Lake in Watoma.
Oh,
It's
sure.
a real nice little lake. So we're here for a week. And we're about halfway through our trip. So yeah, good location. If you ever want a good family place to go for a great lake, Silver Lake is awesome.
Good Wi-Fi. You're coming in loud and clear.
Good.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
What do you guys? What do you like to do? Are you a boating family, or you swim, or what do you do? Fish? What do you do?
We kind of do all the above. We do some fishing. You can fish right off the dock here. It's good fishing. It's a deep lake. The water's clean, so you can swim in it. Water ski.
Nice.
Pull tubes. All the usual stuff. Kayak. So we kind of do it all when we're here.
Hot dogs around the campfire.
Yeah, except for that. No hot dogs, no s'mores.
You are a traditionalist.
No that stuff.
That's why the kids wanted you to appear on the show. They're making some s'mores right now. They're like, Dad, let's get Dad busy. Let's get the hot dogs and s'mores going.
Right. Well, I can't lie. We do a little bit of that. We do. You can't be an ogre.
Yesterday you missed. It was National Chili Dog Day. Ben.
Oh, okay.
He's so happy he missed it.
It is just bizarre. People put those things in their body. It's not even. I mean, I actually question the amount of pork that's actually in a hot dog, or beef. Like sometimes you wonder what else is in there. How many
try not
ground
to
up
think about
flies and all kinds of crazy stuff in those hot dogs. So
man,
got to be
Oscar
careful.
Mayer made a deal with the Fukushima reactor people. They're like, yeah, we'll get some of that extra. What are we going to do with all this stuff?
Radioactive matter in there. That's how they dispose of all their.
You got to do something. It just lays there. I mean,
That's awesome.
and I don't know if you've seen our new sports guy AJ, who's on with us in the mornings. His dad joins us some mornings, and his dad is such a chili dog fanatic that he Ben's like,
he's like, oh dear.
He's like, what's his address? What's his phone number? I'm gonna go stalk him. He would in the morning sometimes he would get for breakfast a chili dog from what
Dairy Queen.
Quick Trip.
Oh, Quick Trip, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
But
they have since
right off in the morning. Yeah. Shove it right down your gullet right during breakfast. Oh my god.
He would do it prior to his workout.
Way.
Yeah.
I can't think of a worse way to start your day than shoving a chili dog down your throat. Oh my gosh.
You have a
That's
choice.
awful.
You can either jump off a three-story building or have a chili dog in the morning. What's it going to be? Pick one.
Oh,
Ben's
God.
chewing his nails. That's how bad it is.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm worried about this guy. Oh my gosh.
We'll get some F&F paperwork or some pamphlets and get him into his mailbox as soon as possible. So.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do you want to talk about today, Ben?
Well, my topic today is an interesting one. It's something that I've been reading a bunch about. I'm reading a book by Matt Walker, which is called Why We Sleep.
Nice.
And it's the most fascinating book because you think of sleep as being like super boring. Like, how could anyone make sleep funny or interesting or anything of that nature? And Matthew Walker does it. Like, it's a very interesting read. But a couple of things that struck me reading this book is I think I have massively underplayed the importance of sleep for good health. we're always at Form Fitness touting, the benefits of exercise, or obviously nutrition is very close to my heart, as something that everybody should take seriously. But the one that I don't take seriously, in fact, I have always prescribed or thought of the view of like, hey, if I can sleep less, I'm going to be more productive. So if I can get by on 6 hours or 5 hours, I got more time to do everything I want to do during the day. But after reading this book, I have 100% changed my mind. And I'll give you an example of one of the things that I thought was just this quote from Matt Walker, just like sticks in my head. Sleep is the tide that rises all the boats of good health. So it's going to make you exercise more efficiently. It's going to make you lose weight better. It's going to help you not get cancer. Like sleep is kind of like, the lever that just kind of cranks and everything gets better. And I really kind of underplayed that. So, even at age almost 50, I'm still learning stuff. So I just think if it's something where it's problematic, a lot of people have trouble sleeping, it's really something to think about putting a little bit more importance on it. And I can give you some examples of some things I'm doing, to make it better for me as far as sleep goes.
Fire away.
How do you sleep, Jack? Are you a good sleeper?
I am. I used to sleep better. Once sometimes I wake up though, and I start thinking about something and I can't get it out of my
Never
mind.
do that.
Never do that.
No.
I've read that you should have a notepad near your bed so that you can, once you write it down, it's like you get it out of your mind. I've read that.
Mind dump it somewhere else.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
But I could sleep, but I'm up. I mean, 7 hours. I shoot for 7 hours. I try to get 7 hours and getting up, I have to walk the dog before we get to the gym. So I'm up at like 4 a.m. So that's an early day. So then I have to work back. Okay. What time? That means I have to be asleep to get 7 hours at 9 o'clock.
Right.
So the routine to get ready for bed started like 8 o'clock for me because because you can't just hop into bed. The one thing that I do really well, you can ask my daughter, is nap. I can take a nap like at the drop of a hat. I have to set an alarm for a nap because if you sleep too long, it's hard coming out of it.
Yeah.
But at least for me, but I can do that anyway. I can sleep in the car. I can take a nap in the car seat when I'm in the car.
I love those car naps.
For Jack?
I shoot for to be asleep for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, so a real short lip.
Yeah.
Power nap. Yeah.
Power nap. But even then, I know that I can't just say, I have to allow like 25 minutes to get a 15-minute nap. Yeah. Is how I think about it. Yep. So
totally. And that's a really good point you just made. And that's something I've taken to heart. If I want to sleep, because typically people should be sleeping, most people 7 to 8 hours a night, depending on their own personal, biology. I need to set an 8-hour sleep window to get 7-something hours of sleep, so that's one of the tricks I've been doing is I am getting a set sleeping time, and I am attempting to set that 8-hour window of uninterrupted time where I have a chance to get some nice, good, deep sleep. And it's been really interesting because I track my sleep. I have a little, I use a device that kind of tracks how well I'm sleeping. And it's been really amazing watching all the stats get better, which is kind of fun. Just like if you're tracking your strength training workouts and your bench press is getting stronger, or you're able to run farther, or you're able to hike up a hill you weren't able to do before, you can track the same stuff with sleep, see how much good deep sleep you're getting. And, there's a lot of different devices out there that do that, which can be helpful.
Well, that's a great idea because it tells you that, if you think you're sleeping and you're really restless or whatever, rolling around. The other thing about sleep for me is I notice that if I don't get enough sleep, I'm really hungry. It's your body craves the energy from something, and you're thinking, and you mentioned weight loss before, Ben. That's what reminded me about that. I know that I know just by how hungry I am during the day, if I've slept well or not.
I know, that's crazy. And that was another thing that stuck out for me in the book, where that is definitely a proven concept that if you are not getting enough sleep, it is almost impossible to lose body fat. Your body just, it messes up your entire physiology where, if weight loss is one of the things that you're looking to do, which pretty much all of us want to keep our weight down or stay trim, if you are not getting a proper night's sleep, you are going to have a much tougher time with that, so that in and alone of itself is like, holy smokes, like that is really, really important, you know, or preventing heart disease. Or I was shocked to find that many forms of cancer are like way more prevalent in people that don't get enough sleep, you know, so it's like, holy crap.
Well, this is all horrible news for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. See, you thought Dr. Ben, he brought this up so he get back at us. It's not just informational.
You know, when you see relationship statuses on Facebook, with me and sleep, it's complicated.
No, I know a lot of people it is, you know.
It's bad, and it's been my whole life. I'm an adopted baby, and so my parents were shocked to learn that we got the baby from the adoption agency that never sleeps. So like it's they'd walk past my room at like 2 a.m, and there's this freakish baby standing up bolt upright with the high beams on. They're like, oh, okay, he just stands there all night. That's great. Yes. I have had, it's weird.
I know you're up late, but you don't sleep. You don't sleep late then, Bulldog? What's your?
No, I gotta make this library. Someone's gotta, bring the newspapers in. So I'm getting better, and I'm really cognizant of it now. But it's been the first 50 years of my life was a very complicated relationship with sleep, where it's just too much going on, and as a person who who dabbles in an anxiety disorder, that is something that is interesting when it comes to sleep. So now of course I'm medicated for that, which is great, and that actually is changing. I am getting like a 6 and 7 hour bracket now lately. So I'm doing what my physician calls attempting to practice sleep hygiene, and
that's awesome.
And so it's getting better, but it's still. I mean, I can still have one of those nights where it's just ain't happening, and it is what it is, I mean,
that was another takeaway I got from the book, is that any of those different types of psychological problems like anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, all that stuff gets significantly worse or can be caused by lack of sleep.
Oh, so yeah, it's symbiotic. They feed off each other beautifully.
Yeah, they feed off each other. Yeah,
and
what a ripoff.
The weirdest thing about like sleep is like, I don't feel like they fully figured out like what it's even for, like obviously it's super important, but like there's still like a lot of controversy as to, what it does. My own personal opinion is that it does a ton of stuff across many different systems in the body, know, and, from an evolutionary perspective, it makes absolutely no sense that for 8 hours out of our day, we're just going to be laying in a coma. You can't hunt for food when you're in a coma. You can't reproduce. You can't do anything productive. It obviously must be really, really important, because every animal they've ever studied sleeps, so it's like, it hasn't been worked out of our system through evolution. And so I find that absolutely fascinating. So it's something I'm really starting to take more seriously and working on, it sounds like you're doing that as well. A couple other take homes I had from the book was, number one, how long caffeine stays in your body. So caffeine, if you're going to drink coffee, which I'm an avid coffee drinker, I love coffee. Ben, in the morning.
We've come together.
We are unified.
Oh my God. I can't.
It's like a breakthrough at the UN.
What's the date? China and the US. Swap and spit.
A peace treaty has been brokered here on the Jack Henke Show.
Yeah, I think coffee is good for you, but as you keep it, keep it in the morning. Don't be having that afternoon cup of coffee or anything, or even decaf at night. There's still caffeine in decaf, and the half-life on coffee is really long. So you don't want it like hitting your system hard right as you're going into REM sleep, so it's just not a good thing. And then the other thing, this is unfortunate because I also like wine. Alcohol is really bad for your sleep, and I can attest to that because I've kind of been experimenting. So, if I have a couple glasses of wine, I'll see what my sleep stats are, and all kinds of stuff gets messed up whenever I have wine at night. So it's like, dang it. So, probably best to refrain from that as much as possible, close to bedtime.
Right.
Because that definitely messes with a lot of different things that help you sleep. So,
like how far from bedtime did the book say just to stop drinking a wine?
Well, I mean, this is just my own personal opinion, but if you're going to drink wine, drink it with dinner and just have one glass, and then be good to go. That usually doesn't affect anything negatively. In fact, maybe it just kind of takes you down a notch, and gets you kind of a little more relaxed for your evening routine, but I think when it becomes 2 or 3 glasses, tapering out through the evening, that's where it's definitely going to affect your sleep, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
Because
I have one small glass with dinner doesn't seem to affect any of the different things I'm measuring.
Oh, they had to throw. I was with you until you said small glass. When I was envisioning.
I know how I've seen those glasses where you can put a whole bottle of wine in one glass. So I'm just talking.
I only had one glass.
Dr. Ben said one glass.
It's the size of a Fiat, but that's okay.
Well, as much as I want wine and beer to be good for you, it just isn't. Unfortunate.
It's a struggle.
It makes sense because
it's a struggle. Yeah.
You have to get dehydrated when you sleep because you're going 8 hours without taking in any water. I mean, even if you're not having anything else. So add to that anything else that dehydrates you even more, like alcohol, and it's going to really jack that effect up, I would think.
What's weird too is like, and I don't understand the physiology behind this, but like how alcohol is metabolized and gets detoxed in the body, it causes like a heart rate spike, which I can attest to because I've been measuring that. Like at 12 midnight when I'm supposed to be deep in sleep, my heart rate will elevate like 10 beats per minute, which it shouldn't be, when I have, too much wine in the evening. So it's like,
I love the fact that I love the fact that you're a mad scientist who experiments on himself.
Yes, I wouldn't trust anybody else. If you're not doing it yourself, don't trust that person. I always have
I'm my own lab rat.
Experts that aren't, like attempting to, figure this stuff out for themselves. You gotta. It's a little bit cautionary.
I have a Foreman Fitness anecdote this morning. MJ, who Mary Jo, she's always got plenty of energy anyway. She was all just doing this, jumping around. She's like a pixie. She's always hopping and skipping. This morning, she announces while we're doing some core and everybody's groaning. She goes, "Last night I was in bed at 7:30," and we went, "Oh." She said it was a long week, and I just got in, but she's there super early to set up, So, still, you could tell she's normally a very energetic person, but it was like over the top this morning. She could barely keep her under the tent thing on the platform.
Too much sleep. She got too much sleep. It was recharging.
It was awesome. Everyone plugged their iPhone and Android phones into her and recharged. So it worked out really well.
Charge their batteries. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. She's awesome. MJ is absolutely awesome.
Yes.
Great instructor.
Yes, very much. So you would recommend this book, Ben? Takeaways from today are you'd recommend this book that you read? And
we do have it at the Cedarburg Public Library, actually. I've seen it on our shelves. If you're having
trouble with sleep, this guy is probably one of the foremost researchers. And what I loved about it is, like, for someone who doesn't research sleep and actually didn't really count it as being very important, like, he really changed my mind and he made it very understandable and very relevant, or I feel like I'm quoting things from the book, because they really stuck with me. So,
the American culture is such, unfortunately, that we, as Americans, we have not put a value on sleep. It was a badge of pride to say, "Oh I got 2 hours of sleep last night and I powered through the whole week." And it's like, no, this is not, culturally something we should be leaning into. And I like to think that maybe we are pulling back from that a little, perhaps.
No, I hope so as well. And I'm going to keep on the conversation because that's my goal, is to get as many people as healthy as possible. This is definitely a really easy one to work on that doesn't cost any money. It's free, and you feel so much better when you've gotten a good night's sleep. It's similar, Bulldog, to like, I have some friends in the fitness industry who are all about like, "Oh, we just ran a marathon yesterday, and then I did a 100-mile run like last week," and I just like cringed. And I'm like, guys, like it's not contested that overdoing it on cardiovascular exercise actually damages your heart. Like, stop doing that.
Right.
You're hurting yourself.
Absolutely.
It's a similar kind of like badge of honor. Like, I ran 100 miles. Oh my gosh, I'm amazing. It's like,
when you see every now and then you see someone who's really fit. Like once a decade, you get some fitness guru who keels over and dies, and it's like, I wonder if he overdid it.
Yeah,
totally.
The great runner. What was his name? The guy in the who popularized marathon running, Jim Fix. Right. Yeah, he basically contended that if you could run a marathon, you were heart attack proof, and then proceeded to die of a heart attack on a training run on the side of the road.
We have something.
It's like, if you talk to cardiologists, it's not contested that long-term super hardcore stress on the heart's not good for you.
Yeah.
Bulldog, do you have the graphics of that beautiful elixir that can cure anything? Ben, we have something.
I do have something here.
Got to share with you.
God.
We found.
No.
That'll take care. It'll make you sleep. It'll make you. It's like the miracle drink.
I like to think that this is sort of like an alternative to Gatorade, perhaps after a good workout. So we would like to present to you, Dr. Ben, the Velveeta Martini. Oh, we got an ad there. Maybe I can get a better picture. Here we go. Much better. So.
That is so disgusting. Oh my God. Yeah, it's so funny you put that up there. That's one of my other least favorite things on earth. And actually, I have bet people before to take a shot of Velveeta, you know, this disgusting orange substance and no one knows what it is. It certainly isn't cheese. You know, I'll tell you that much.
No. In fact, they put on the box. I always love the fact that they call it cheese food. They have to put the word. So it's just interesting.
They use that term loosely. Bulldog, do you have that other drink graphic that
I do. One more beverage for your vacationing pleasure.
Whoops. If the Velveetini is too much for you, this will take it.
Listen, we can actually cover you here. And it's a seltzer, which is great. So, I mean, you know, it's maybe a little less damaging. Let me see if I can get it on here. Here we go. From our friends at Oscar Mayer.
Oh my
the
God.
Olive original bologna meat seltzer or the ham and cheese meat seltzer.
Wait. Is that a drink? That's not a drink. Oh my God. In their right mind, I think that's got to be a joke. There's no way anyone is drinking anything like that.
It is getting a lot of coverage here. Here's a better shot here. Yes, hard seltzer made with chicken, pork, and beef is the bologna. You know, most of my beverages during the day, I say, what's missing? I need some more beef.
Oh my gosh. You have now taken it to a new level. I have never seen anything like that. You're shocked. I'm speechless.
We've been sitting on these, Dr. Ben. It has just been a painful, agonizing.
You were supposed to come on 3 weeks ago. We were all ready to go. We're like,
no clever retorts at all. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. The fact that product.
That's what we were banking on.
It's disturbing on so many levels to me. I can't even. Oh my God.
Disturbing on so many levels.
We're here for you.
Oh my God! It was so hard. It was so hard not to bring this out until you came on. You're like, because I wanted to go. It's like, let's do it. Let's show these. No,
you certainly weren't going to do it with Jeremiah, right? You're like, that was the reaction you're hoping for.
Jeremiah's a little more blasé. He'd be like, I wouldn't drink it.
Right. Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good imitation.
I might have to get some of that just to see it. You know, I'm gonna have to research whether that is actually a true product now. You got me curious.
We may do another ambush in your snack bar. Leave a few of them in the sort of the corners there.
In the water cooler.
Sure.
Beef seltzers.
Yeah, Ben, how much is a meat seltzer? This looks pretty good.
Oh my gosh. You always put those in there as a joke. I mean, oh my God.
Spring water, electrolytes, and olive loaf. That's all good. Well, Dr. Ben, we don't keep you from your vacationing any longer. Thanks for dialing in today.
Yes, you made our day.
Yeah.
You made our day. Disturbing on so many levels.
Right. I'll try to come up with something interesting to talk about next week.
Oh, fantastic. Perfect. We'll be here. All right. Have a good vacation.
Okay.
Great.
Talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks.
Ben, thank you.
It's Dr. Ben Quist zapping in from the I have water coming out of my eyes. I was laughing too hard.